Jane skipped into work ready to tackle the day. The sun was shining and she felt a burst of energy as she walked through the office doors. Today was going to be a great day, she thought to herself, brimming with optimism. "Good morning, everyone," she chirped. Her colleagues responded with warm smiles and cheerful greetings, making her feel even more positive about the day ahead. Reaching her desk, she froze. Her heart sank as she noticed something was off. Her computer screen was dark. Panic started to set in as she realized she couldn't start her work without it. "Oh dear," she whispered, "not again." This was the third time this month her computer had given her trouble. Jane frantically jabbed at the keyboard. Nothing. She tried pressing different keys, hoping for a miracle, but the screen remained stubbornly black. She checked the power cord twice. It was plugged in. She even tried unplugging and plugging it back in, but to no avail. "Maybe it needs a little motivation," she mumbled, giving the monitor a gentle pat. She hoped a little encouragement would do the trick. "Having a little trouble there, Jane?" chuckled Mark, the office tech whiz passing by. He had seen this scenario play out many times before. Jane blushed. "Oh Mark, you know me and technology." She laughed nervously, hoping he could help her out of this jam once again. Mark patiently restarted Jane's computer. He had done this 100 times before, always with the same calm demeanor. Jane watched anxiously, hoping this would finally solve her problem. "There you go," he said, "good as new." His confidence was reassuring and Jane felt a glimmer of hope. Jane breathed a sigh of relief. She leaned back in her chair, feeling the tension ease from her shoulders. Maybe now she could finally get some work done. She opened an email, and then the cursor vanished. Her heart sank. "Not again," she thought, staring at the blank screen in disbelief. "Where did it go?" she gasped, frantically moving the mouse around. She moved the mouse in every direction, but the cursor was nowhere to be seen. The cursor remained stubbornly invisible. Jane's frustration grew with each passing second. She tapped the mouse repeatedly, hoping for a miracle. Jane tried clicking random keys, hoping it would magically reappear. She pressed every key she could think of, but nothing worked. "Come back, little buddy, come back!" she pleaded. Her voice was a mix of desperation and frustration as she stared at the unresponsive screen. "Need a hand?" asked Sarah, the intern, peering over her shoulder. Jane jumped, startled. She hadn't noticed Sarah standing there. "Oh Sarah, you scared me! This darn cursor disappeared!" Jane exclaimed, her voice tinged with both surprise and frustration. Sarah smiled sympathetically, ready to help. Sarah, with the patience of a saint, guided Jane through finding the cursor. "See? It was just hiding," she said, pointing to the screen. Jane squinted. "Oh, there it is! Sneaky little thing!" Next challenge, sending an email. Jane stared blankly at the tow field. "How do I make the email go?" she asked Sarah. Sarah explained the concept of email addresses while Jane nodded diligently. "So it's like sending a letter, but faster and invisible?" Jane clarified. Sarah chuckled. "You got it." Section 4. Eureka, a moment of triumph. This is the story of Jane, a determined woman who faced a seemingly insurmountable challenge with grace and perseverance. Finally, after a morning of tech-induced chaos, Jane managed to send an email. The task seemed simple, but the journey to this point was anything but. Her computer had crashed multiple times, and she had to troubleshoot issues she had never encountered before. It was just a simple message to her colleague, but to Jane, it felt like landing a rocket on the moon. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming, and she couldn't help but feel a surge of pride. "I did it!" she announced triumphantly, a wide grin spreading across her face. The relief and joy were palpable, and she felt like she had conquered a mountain. Sarah and Mark, who had been observing her with a mixture of amusement and concern, erupted in applause. They knew how much this small victory meant to her, and their support made the moment even sweeter. "See, Jane, you're a tech whiz in the making," Mark teased, his eyes twinkling with mischief. His light-hearted comment was a testament to the camaraderie they shared. Jane laughed. "Oh, I wouldn't go that far." Her laughter was infectious, and soon the whole office was filled with the sound of shared joy and relief. "But I'm getting there, one step at a time." Each small victory was a stepping stone towards greater confidence and competence. Jane knew that with determination and support, she could overcome any challenge that came her way. Section 5. Stay tuned for more office antics. And that was just Monday morning. Who knows what hilarious tech troubles Jane will stumble upon next? Stay tuned for more office adventures. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more laughs.